Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa 3. We had a second murder during the investigation of Angie's death. So that's something. Ruined magic circle. Oh wow. Seems to be a lot you can actually examine in this room now. Well, okay, let's do our typical run through everything again. I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this? I'm sorry, Tenko. Cry later. Huh? Crying won't bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too. I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and all of this. You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out, so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Dog statue. It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog Guard, or Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy. Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? What? I'm kidding. Anyway, you didn't sound like you were kidding. If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily. Yeah, you're right about that. She's an Aikido master. She probably could have just thrown it off, maybe. She's thrown heavier characters than herself, I think, so... That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. Okay, so that statue weight is probably going to come back at some point. Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There were no windows in the room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? The cloth. It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it. Yes? This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque, and on the back... Let's look, there's a bloodstain on it, right around the middle of the sheet. I have a theory now. But no hole in the fabric, which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth. She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. Let me check something real quick. They've done this in the series before, so I doubt they would do it again, but in the second game, there was a case where someone killed someone by stabbing them from underneath the floorboards. And I feel like that might be sort of what's going on here. Oh, Maki's room is below this. Oh, that's not a good sign. Well, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's a magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was. It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable. Was this drawn with salt? Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt. Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous. Ridiculous? I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body. Shut up, I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. In any case, with all of these footprints, I can't make out the original circle. We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Caged Dog Village document. Isn't that right, Kyo? He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Okay, interesting. Can I look at the, like, holes? Yeah, I want to see... Oh, that's what it was? Okay, this is my first time getting a good look at this, because last time it was pitch black. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still. A hole. Looks like there's space under here, too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. Something dropped? After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves? Right, let's do it. Interesting, okay. And the cage, I guess. Oh, can I not? Oh, no. Can I not examine the cage? I guess not. Alright, Maki. Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. The floorboards aren't nailed down. They're just lying on top of the cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. There's probably the reason they're a little unstable. Then they've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily. But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do it, right? Yeah, I suppose. Oh, right. Oh, now I can look at the cage. This is the cage used in the seance. It looks like it'd be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's pretty large. It's a pretty large iron cage, big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Koichi and I covered Tenko with a cage. It was Himeko who rushed in and removed the cage first. Wait, she can lift that on her own? We needed 2 people to do that. Look at this. A blood stain on the bottom of the cage, probably Tenko's blood, yeah? Yeah, I imagine so. This splatter must have been made when she was killed, which means Tenko was killed while she was inside it. I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead. If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this blood stain, right? Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility. Okay. What is this stone? There's a rock near Tenko's body. This must be... Yeah. Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. How is that going to be relevant later? Okay. Now for the body itself. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. The wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Wait, we did hear a thud though. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain? Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out. What do you mean? You were concerned about that, right? With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience. Of course, quick deaths are my specialty. Well then, that makes sense. The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Tenko's last moments. Oh, the board itself. A crooked floor. She was killed from underneath. Yeah, this floorboard is loose, and it's the one right under Tenko. Why is this floorboard loose? It wasn't like that before. It must have come loose during the seance. Why would it come loose during the seance? A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then something must have loosened it on purpose. I think that's everything here. Okay. Himeko. Himeko! Hey, Himeko! Be strong, Himeko! Ganta, if you shake Himeko that much, she's going to break! But she's not talking. It's like Himeko not even here. She must have been really shocked over Tenko, so let's leave her be for now. Okay. Himeko. First Angie, then Tenko. Ganta's so ashamed. Why Ganta no could protect friends? You say nothing. Keep up. I just want to see like this close-up sprite of you. Yeah, with the lights up. Leave it to me. I'll become the guiding light that shines on you all. Oh, I kind of wish we would talk more about that, but whatever. Okay, what do you have to say? Why did this... Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking. Of course I am shocked about that as well, but why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. You seemed more concerned about that than the murder. Oh, if we perform the caged child again to summon Tenko's spirit this time, cut the crap, just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Suichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance? True, it may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed. Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Suichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all 4 of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the 4 corners of the room, and they blew out the candles. Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been completed, but... Ah, now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was a pretty long sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something. And then what happened? We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Suichi and Koichi relight the candles. And then we all removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First of all four of us removed the dog god statue. I took off the white cloth. Himeko ran over the cage at the moment she lifted it. Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance. But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed? Yes, that is a problem. There is another problem. And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out. Maybe someone moved from their corners. Did someone else sneak in here? Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki never was one to pull her punches. Okay, cool. Maki, we finished investigating here. Oh, we have? Okay. Perhaps we should check under the floor. It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use as a light? Let's bring a candle. With Kibo light up here, that should be fine. Then I'll go get a candle. Remove the floorboard so we can go down. Okay, got it. I want to talk to the other two, though. Okay, fine. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. Whoa! Oh, this is much larger than I was expecting it to be. I thought it was just going to be like a little crawl hole or something. Huh. And there's dripping blood, too. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours. Oh, wait. We're still on all... Why is it black behind her? Let's look around for clues. It looks pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around this dusty place. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the floorboard's up there. Wait. A scythe? Wait! Was the murder weapon a scythe? There's a sickle here and there's blood all over it. The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon. This came from my research lab. It did? A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes, too. If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches. And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself. But even if this is our murder weapon, how'd the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps of the cage, but could it reach her neck? The cage is 3 feet high, so if you were to stab it within a 6-inch blade, well, it wouldn't depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question. Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right? Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Oh, or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those are possible. I think the culprit was under the floor the whole time. We got the blood stain. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboard. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. Okay. Cut crosspiece. Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off. It's near the loose floorboard, so the portion missing is about the same width too. And from what I can see of it, it was broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why. Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing. So what portion did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all this, then why? Okay. Oh, that whole thing is just the crosspiece. And finally, this hole over here. Some of the wood has corroded and has broke off, so you can see into the next room. It's Maki's room, isn't it? This is it, the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood all along the wall. This part is rotted away. It looks like natural rot. The hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here. If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, yes? then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway. True, but it would have been a different moving around under the floor. We did already because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there. Then they could have used a light like we're doing right now. True. They used a light to move around under the floor. Is that possible? Are we gonna go in there? Okay, is that everything down here? Oh, hold on. Dried blood. There's a bloodstain on the ground underneath the loose floorboards. But that's pretty far from when Tenko's blood was dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here? Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too. You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of the floorboard. Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed? I wonder, I can't really be sure yet. But these bloodstains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Okay, Oh, we leveled up again. I mean, you get a lot of experience for examining stuff, huh? I think we finished investigating.
Is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to feel fed up with all this dust. After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back, and returned to our investigation.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise? What do you mean? If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the Blackened we need to vote for is the culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said. So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's? Yes, of course. But this is bigger than the killing game, for the sake of the two who died. I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way, but if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. Oh, so we're going back there now. Okay. Oh no. A scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded. What? Wait. Oh my goodness. Kokichi, I hate you. Why would you do that? Wait. Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? What are you doing? Oh, sorry, I'm just a little lighthearted from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood. Oh, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboards. You stepped through the floorboards. Geez, that got me good, cause of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything. Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck. The crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... Oh no! Oh, it doesn't add to the time! Oh, that's really bad. We barely got any time to examine both bodies, or to investigate. You know, for... Killing game fans. For once in this series, I actually wanted the investigation to go on longer. That's a first.
Baseball, soccer, mobile games. They're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
Okay, well, we gotta do this. I guess time's up. Aw, man, it's 'cause of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something. Where are you going to check? I wanted to research this seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in the picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. Oh, that's not a good sign. At the class trial, so yep, see you there. Koichi left and the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Bloody Kokichi. And that's our last clue, I guess. Alright, let's go too.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes. What are you staring at? Do you want to die? that's still kind of creepy. Okay. Wait, oh, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this, but we'll do our best as per usual. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us. Less friends mean it is much harder to solve mystery. Well, don't worry, I'm sure you've got a little smarter by now, Ganta. Ganta do his best to help. I want to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaido idiot level. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? More importantly, are you okay, Kaido? Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch. It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers, only dipshits have died so far. I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine. These golden brain cells of mine are gifted to the entire world. It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable. Atua, please lend us your power. It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Angie loved most of all. Or Atua loved most of all. So should never rely on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua. So what? Robots can believe in God. God wasn't capitalized there. Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble. How long are you going to say that, for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now. Yeah, the trial this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap. His trap? He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating. No, he didn't. Yeah, there's no way. Suichi, say something. What should I say? I say we just move on. I will never get used to this cutscene. That's so funny to me. It's... As usual, we walk towards the elevator in silence. And as soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster, and so we fell faster, downwards into the black. The elevator stopped, just like always. The doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the outside, from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it? Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You make Monodam sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get this started. At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The 3rd class trial is about to begin. Angie Yanaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. Then Tenko, Shibashira, the Ultimate Aikido Master. She hated men, but I knew she hated this terrible killing game even more. The 2 who were killed are both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Everyone on this page is still alive. 2 different people. We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight the truth and lies in this class trial. Okay. I think I'm going to end this episode equipping skills, and then next time we'll actually start the trial for real. Oh. Oh, dang, we're almost at our 30 slot file. Or 30th slot file. Okay. So I am on hard mode. Yep, that is correct. Okay, skills. We only have 8. Now, as per usual, I want to get something that will, I want to get something that'll give me a, that will give me an edge during the argument, because I'm still really bad at those. Can I categorize them? Change tab. No, that's not a good idea. This is the only one. The tension gauge will increase at a faster rate. I guess? And then I have enough for one more that costs 4. There's some of this on that costs 4. Oh, those cost 4. It's a lot that cost 4, actually. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. These have not given me much trouble yet, honestly. Makes it easier to push the opponent back during blade lock. That hasn't been a problem. Increase the amount of letter cubes that can be acquired at once. So it, like, increases my hitbox? That's interesting. The keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. I have not had a problem with scrums. Instantly silence loud voices. That can be useful. Silences all conversations except those the reticle is on. Interesting. Reveals viewpoint. We have that, kind of. You know what? I'm gonna go for this. Wait. I'm gonna use, this, actually. Okay. Oh, thinking about it, you know what I should have done? I should have actually not bought anything and saved up for something I could really use. Well, whatever. That's it, I guess. And there's no... Oh, there's no way to save here, so I guess I'll have to, like, start the first text box and then... and then save. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to have a... I don't want to start, like, the first 2 minutes of this and then end it, but... yeah, okay. Well, that'll be it for this time. Next time, we will officially start Trial 3. I'm really excited for this one, actually. I think this is the first one in which I just have, like, no idea. Like, I don't even have a hunch for this one either, so... Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss, and I'm very excited to see what the actual culprit is going to be. So, I will see you folks next time. Thanks for watching.